Hello friends, thank you very much for your love and support for our YouTube channels, and thank you very much for your appreciations our education system. So here we are in Mumbai Sri Ram Institute of Technology. We are giving you the accurate and pinpoint technology test points of all types of laptops repair. Okay, so in this video I am going to explain you the step-by-step test points of new generation MacBook laptops. If it is a laptop is dead, then what are the test points from type C connector to how the different signals and different voltages are flow, that I'm going to explain you in details. So I'm going to explain you the flow chart. In that flow chart, if you go through the flow chart properly, then you can able to repair a MacBook new generation laptop. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so here I'm going to explain you about type C Apple laptops. Okay, with T2 chips. If it is dead, then which are the signal we have to check. So we go to the flow chart, the flow will be there. So what are the first signals we have to check? So first thing what we have to do is, first we have to connect our type C adapter to the laptop. Okay, that is the first steps. So as soon as we connect adapters to the laptop, then the second thing is, so you can see here there are 4 ports. You can connect your adapter to any of the ports. Okay, here. So each port have a controller chips, a type C controller chips, that is a 3 CD3217 or 3 CD3215. Okay, so there's a CC channels, CC channel communicate, and suppose we connect our adapter here, then my voltage pass to here, and that become a PPDCin underscore G3H. So here you have to check the PPDCin underscore G3H. Okay, and here is the individual chips who control and manage the power data. Everything is a managed. Type C is basically a managed control power. Here the power is a bidirectional. That is the main feature of the Type C controller. Okay, so first thing you have to check the PPDCin underscore G3H. Okay, so this signal you have to check. If it is a 5 voltage, then there is a power stuck. If it is a PPDCin underscore G3H come 5 voltage, then the power is stuck somewhere, there is a problem. And if it is a 20 volt, then everything is a normal. So first thing you have to check this thing. Okay, then now the next thing is, after PPDCin G3H, this voltage is going to this buck boost converter. Here is a buck boost converter. Buck converter means reducing the voltage, and boost converter means increasing the voltage. So here is a dedicated buck boost converter, step number 2. So this PPDCin underscore G3H voltage will be buck, that means it will be reduced. 20 volt will be converted into 13 voltage, somewhere 13.1 voltage, and that voltage is called PP bus underscore G3H. So your output voltage is PP bus underscore G3H, and here you should get a 13.1 volt. Okay, so next signal that you have to check, that is PP bus underscore G3H. Okay, so this is an important signal that's supposed to be a 13.1 volt. After this PPDCin G3H voltage, okay, once the PP bus underscore G3H voltage appear, the next is called PP3V3 underscore G3H underscore RTC. This is a 3.3 volt generated by a single chip buck converter. Here is a single chip buck converter who receive the PP bus underscore G3H, that is 13 voltage, and that voltage is converted into 3.3 volts called PP3V3 underscore G3H underscore RTC. Okay, so here is a single chip buck converter is there, and he get enabled from this battery charging sections, that's called charge underscore EN underscore MVR. That is a 3 volt will appear here, that is the enable signal, and here will be the 13 voltage. And once the 13 voltage and 3 volt enable signal available here, so this is a single chip buck converter switch this voltage into the 3.3 volt, and this 3.3 volt is going to PMU. PMU means power management unit, or it's called a PMIC, power management controller. Okay, so and this voltage is called PP3V3 underscore G3H underscore RTC. So this is step number 3. So you have to check this voltage. If this voltage is not coming, then you have to go back and you have to check this 2 more signal. If this both the signals are coming, this voltage and this signal is coming, but still this output is not coming, then the chip is bad. Okay, so in this way you have to follow. If the PP3V3 underscore G3H underscore RTC is coming, 3 volt is coming, then the next thing you have to check, that is PP1V8 underscore SLP S2R. Okay, so this is output from the PMU, and once this PMU receive this 3.3 underscore G3H underscore RTC input, then here is a power management unit or the PMIC which generate a different voltages. So first we generate PP1V8 underscore SLP S2R, then PP1V8, then PP1.1, PP08, then PP082, then PP09, 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 and then PP1V8. So different voltages are generated. So in this way you have to check one after one all the signal. If one of the voltage is missing, then the PMU is bad, and all this voltage are going to the T2 chips. T2 is as it's called the SoCs, that is a system on chip. That means the Apple is this chip is the Apple proprietary chips. Within that chips, all the security feature, SMC are there in this T2 chips, and the T2 have their own bias, is called the SoC bias. Okay, so this process is started, and then the SoC the bias will read if it is a lock is there, then the 5 volt is stuck here. If everything is okay, then the next thing is T2 read the SoC bias, and then he complete all the tasks. After reading the bias, if everything is okay, this is a bias, SoC bias, and if everything is okay, then the next generate PP3V3 underscore G. Now see, this voltage is different. First we seen the PP3V3 underscore G3H underscore RTC, that is a single chip buck converter. Okay, but here this voltage is a different. It's called a PP3V3 underscore G3H. Like in our olden laptop, there is called a 3 volt and 5 volt section. So similarly here is a 3 volt and 5 volt section is here. So this PMU, that is power management unit, give enable to this chips, and then it started switching this dual MOSFET. Here's the dual MOSFET, and then this PP3V3 underscore G3H voltage will be generate. Okay, this voltage again going to the PMU and rest of the circuit. So in this way, so you have to check this PP3V3 underscore G3H voltage. Okay, after that, step number 7, the PP5E underscore G3S voltage will be generated. The 5 volt will be turned on. Again, if the same things happen, so 3.3 and 5 volt section is here. Now we seen that 3.3 volt is generated, that is PP3V3 underscore G3H. After that, PMU give enable to this side also. Here are the 2 enable. One is enabled from here and another enable to the 5 volt section, both coming from the PMU. And once it's given enable, and at that time output will be PP5E underscore G3S voltage will be generated. The 5 voltage is coming, and this 5 volt is going to the Type C controller chips and rest of the circuit. So 5 volt will be generated. So you have to check PP5E underscore G3S voltage. If it is not coming here, then you have to check this enable signal. If enable is coming but output is not coming, then probably the chip is bad or the MOSFET is bad. If it is the input enable is not coming, then you have to check the PMU, why the PMU is not sending this signal, like that. After that, step number 8, PP1V8 underscore SSD. Now in Apple laptop, the SSD get the power as soon as we connect the adapter. That means Apple have this operating system, not the Apple operating system, there is another operating system that is start. For that, this PP1V8 underscore SSD 1.8 volt should be generated. So here is a separate PMIC for this SSD, and then the SSD get this pp1v8 underscore SSD, then pp2v5 underscore NAND underscore SSD. So the all voltage will be generated, and this power is given to the SSD. So SSD is alive. Okay, so in this way this SSD got the power. And then finally at step number 9, T2 chips load bridge OS. This operating system is called the bridge OS. So this bridge OS is a Apple proprietary operating system where the T2 chips, now our main Intel CPU is not yet started. Okay, the Intel CPU is on the sleep mode, that is not given even power also, but the T2 chips is itself a SoC, itself a CPU that security purpose is turn on, and the T2 has their own operating system, and that operating system is called bridge OS. And this bridge OS is started, T2 load the bridge OS and it's complete this task. Okay, so in this way you have to check this loading of the bridge OS. Okay, so the final is once so these are the voltages you have to check if the uh, Type C laptop is not powering on. So first you have to check ppdc underscore G3H, that is 20 volts supposed to be. If it is a 5 volt, that means it's stuck somewhere. Then you have to see the T2 bias is locked, or bridge OS is not loaded, or the laptop is stuck in the DFU mode. Then the voltage will stuck into 5 volt. If it is a come 20 volt, means everything is normal. Then you have to check pp bus underscore G3H, that is a 13 voltage. Then you have to check pp3v3 underscore G3H underscore RTC, that is a 3.3 volt. Is this voltage going to the PMU? Then this is a pp1v8 underscore SLP S2R. This is the output voltage is going to the T2 chips from PMU to T2 chips. And then the pp3v3 underscore G3H, this voltage give enable the PMU, and this G3H voltage will be generated. And the final is a pp5v underscore G3H, that is a 5 volt will be generated. Okay, and then of course the pp1v8 underscore for this voltage for the SSD. So in this way this all things voltages are generated one after another. And in this flow chart, if the laptop is dead, then you have to follow this flow charts. Okay, so in this way I explain you the step-by-step Macbook Power Sequence or Type C, how the signal flows. I hope you understand this test point. So simply you have to follow this flowchart which I explained in this video. And if you want to learn more about this, about the MacBooks and all types of Apple laptops, the new generation laptop, like the laptop, there are so many problems. It's not powering on, battery not charging, then no display, white display, stuck in the DFU mode, lock in the T2 chips. There are varieties of them. Then the new generations come M1 Power Sequence. So if you want to know detail about this, then you can join our online course. We have the online course, we have the video course, so you can join online course. And we have the online support for this courses also. And if you want to learn with practicals, if you want to do yourself and learn all the things practically, step by step, accuracy perfect, and you want to make your own business or you want to work somewhere, then you can join our offline course. We are here in Mumbai, India, and you can come Mumbai and join our course. You will, I'm 100% sure that you will get a perfect, accurate and pinpoint knowledge about Apple laptops. All the latest technology, accuracy and perfections. We are here. India have the futures about the laptops, and here we studied deep in the subjects and we taken a very accurate pinpoint. We are showing a pinpoint knowledge is particular subject. Okay. So, and third option, of course, we have a books for you, and that books we are daily updating. Like every 50 books we are upgrading. We are changing everything. New things are coming, so you can get these books also. So here these books, you can get these books also. From this book, so you can able to repair all types of laptop. The all power sequence, the power sequence which I explain you in this video, that same things are here. For no display sequence are here, then all the sequence are here. So you can available these books. This is colorful books, and you can order these books online from us. You contact the below numbers and get these books and become a perfect chip level engineers. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.